Join us as we explore the wonderful Wicomico Scenic River. Today, you will see spectacular vistas of the beautiful Wicomico Scenic River region. You will learn about the wide variety of wildlife that lives in and on the river's watershed, and we will teach you how the river and its wetland areas are important for supporting vegetation, birds, fish, and other aquatic animals and plants. Finally, we will learn about life on the Wicomico Scenic River as told to us by Billy Rice, a longtime resident, farmer, a waterman, and a friend of the Wicomico Scenic River.
We moved to the Wicomico River in 1957 on a 205-acre farm that my folks purchased from the Cooksey family. I can recall days where I went to the river and soft crabbed for soft-shell crabs around the edge of the river shore with my mom. The fishing was good, the crabbing was good. There was a lot of aquatic vegetation at that time which gave the fish and crabs good habitat and forage in the river.
Let's take a brief look at some of the Wicomico Scenic River's history. Captain John Smith was the first European to document the resplendent natural bounty and abundant farmlands of the Wicomico Basin and its wetlands. Smith's descriptions of the region enticed many settlers to the area. There is much evidence of his legacy throughout the region. The Wicomico Scenic River region is home to historic sites listed on the National Register of Historic Places. If you like history, you may wish to visit one the next time you are in the area. Visit the Dr. Samuel Mudd House, where John Wilkes Booth was treated after assassinating President Abraham Lincoln. Today, the Wicomico River watershed drains 247 square miles of Charles, St. Mary's, and southern Prince George's counties, extending from Cedarville State Forest in the north to the Potomac River in the south. Its major tributaries include Zakiah Swamp, Gilbert Swamp, Clark's Run, and Chaptico Creek. In addition to the area's abundant wildlife, the watershed's fertile soils promote lush vegetation, ranging from hardwood forests to tidal marsh areas, supporting thick stands of rivergrass and other aquatic plants, all essential for cleaning and filtering the river's water from harmful contaminants.
One of the best catches of white perch that I ever made was on St. Patrick's Day, 1978. I filled a 20-foot skiff with white perch to the point where it was ready to sink. Each perch was weighing approximately a pound apiece or better. If you caught a white perch now weighing a pound, you probably want to have it mounted because they're that scarce. Back then they were that plentiful. Since then, we've had a lot of development in the Zakiah Swamp watershed. It certainly hasn't helped the water quality in the spawning reaches of the upper Wicomico. I think all the factors together, virtually the fish haven't had very little, if any, reproductive success, and now there's no fish to return, to keep the cycle going, and that's why we probably don't have many fish in the Wicomico today. My first memories of the river, virtually the shorelines all had a buffer of marsh grass. It was probably 50 to 100 feet wide. Through time and erosion, that's pretty much history. There's a lot of places I know where the shorelines decreased in the past 30 years by as much as 100 or even 150, 200 feet. And it just seems like to me once the SAVs, the submerged aquatic vegetation, disappeared, that helped, speed up the process. Quite naturally, development has been a big factor. A lot of people think the only development that hurts the river has got to be on the shoreline. Well, that's not the case. Everything runs downhill. Even if there's a little stream behind your house, one of these days that's going to end up in the river. There's a lot been done by the farmers that has really helped the water quality. We all have to have nutrient management plans, and we have buffers around our fields. I think great strides have been made in agriculture as far as preserving the waterways.
Because of the importance of maintaining the quality of our environment, the Wicomico River was designated a scenic river for special environmental and cultural concern by the 1987 Maryland Scenic Rivers Act. The primary agency dedicated to the preservation of the Wicomico River, its tributary systems and watershed, is the Wicomico Scenic River Commission, or WSRC. The WSRC was formed in 1994 by Charles and St. Mary's County governments to champion the wise management of the river's resources. Those with concerns about preservation of the Wicomico River are encouraged to participate. By working together to stem water runoff, continuing to clean up the existing waste of others, and educating those who continue to enjoy the Wicomico Scenic River and all it has to offer, we can maintain and improve the quality of the Wicomico Scenic River. Help us ensure that the Wicomico remains a scenic, wonderful river resource for years to come.